Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Todd O. I'm a teacher and a musician on the East Coast. I'm actually playing a gig here. But while I had a few minutes before being called to the stage, I wanted to give a shout out to truthandequity.com. Now, I've been with Truth and Equity for almost 3 years now. It'll be 3 years in October. Now, when I first heard about Truth and Equity, I actually felt excited and had kind of a let's go mentality about this thing. I'm not sure why, but the concept rang true for me right off the bat. I'm sure everyone will not have the same experience, but that was my experience, my intuition as to whether or not this thing was on the level. But the more I thought about it, it just made sense. Now, I did have one concern, and that was how was my local bank going to act if I was going to start doing this? And let me put it this way. It's the same as it ever was. It's been 3 years, and me and the bank, we really haven't had much to talk about. They do their thing, I do mine. I can't remember the last time I talked with a bank employee. The person I work with at Truth and Equity, Kristen Vincelli, I go to her first when I want to talk finances. It's been 3 years and she answers my calls like I started last week. Now when I got going, after I completed my profile and went through the process that you're probably in right now, I talked with Kristen for quite a while, and after that conversation, I was ready to pull the trigger. And I'll tell you what, these people take what they do very seriously. You can tell when you're talking with them. I mean, Kristen took the time to cover all my numbers with me, top to bottom, front, back, sideways, every possible way. And then they'll spend as much time as needed to make sure everything is accurate as possible and that everyone is on the same page. They want and expect you to hit the target. And Kristen's been there every step of the way from day one right to today. They seem to take our success in the program very personally. At least that's how Kristen makes me feel. Now, after I made the leap and became a customer, it didn't take very long for me to realize I had made a very, very smart move. And this financial move would help me for years to come. And I have a totally different attitude now. This might sound a little silly, but I have this sense of confidence and control now with my money. Never felt like that before. I think it's something you have to experience before you can begin to grasp the magnitude of how this thing changes your life. All I can say is it is much, much better than the regular way of doing things. I have a totally different perspective on what a mortgage should look like and how it should work. I have 2 HELOCs now that I run all my finances through. One for the real estate business, because I own 3 rental properties, and one for personal business. It's sweet. And as a music teacher, I'm just a music coach, teaching students the fundamentals of music and how to use them with the instrument that they play. And I think a coach or a mentor is an important thing to have in life, no matter what your age is, what your profession, and what you think you know. I think it's always good to have somebody else in your corner. So having Kristen mentor me through the process has been a key as I got started in this process, and it's been a key throughout the whole 3 years. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing about Truth and Equity, or your 10th, if you're still skeptical, you don't need to be. Honestly, look at how conventional mortgage plays out over time and how a HELOC plays out over time. It's a huge, huge difference. For those of you thinking it's too good to be true, well, wall-to-wall carpeting was too good to be true at one time too. Let me tell you, it is true, and it's really, really good. There's one thing you get that I didn't get when I joined, and you get the comfort of knowing that these guys are in it for the long haul. I mean, seriously, I'm amazed they're still in business. Not because they're not good at what they do, on the contrary. But you'd think, with what the economy's done over the past 3 years, the economy itself would have shut these guys down. Lehman Brothers goes out of business and Truth and Equity survives the recession. Sounds like a great headline, doesn't it? Well, I'm thrilled they're still here. They have changed my life forever. I took the leap when they were just getting rolling. They're still here, I'm still here, and that should tell you something. Looks like I got to get back to the stage. Hey, thanks for listening. Ciao.